the shooter would still be one. I needed to offer him something for target. A helmet on a port? I just hope this...
Can't wait.
Go!
Oh no. I'd made it without getting shot, but I sure didn't feel like... Somehow I had to distract the shoot with a ghost from the past giving me an evil stare. Good. No. Hey, the goat had eaten Hobbs' carefully crafted provenance. Look what I got for you, little fella. Now then, old fella. No. Call me a hoarder, but I wasn't giving that to the goat. Now, I needed the... I couldn't... The tree was way too sturdy for me to shake any apples down. Uh-oh. Ouch! Never... The side view mirror lay too far into goat territory. That wouldn't work. I needed a better idea. That was almost a great... Nope. That wasn't... Oh, heck. The apples were bruised. Hey, Mr. Goat. Look what I got for you. I was hoping the goat would be more friendly now. Now then, old fella. No, 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 no. Hey, Mr. Hey, Mr. Goat. Go on. Eat this, boy. The goat couldn't reach the apple pile. That was oh boy, you're gonna... I just... The goat now had a whole pile. I tossed him my last apple. I wasn't going to frighten the shooter with his own reflection. That would... Nope. Even while he was eating, the goat had his eye. I blinded the shooter. Time to make a dash for it.
Don't think I can't see you, senor. Don't move.
I was just gonna get...
I said...
That was...
Don't move.
I was just...
I said...
Senor, please! Whoever you are, I'm not on...
Good. That makes it...
My name is George Stobart.
I have...
Well, that doesn't surprise me. All we want is a quick look inside the castell.
I don't believe you. You are here...
Senor Marquez? He's alive? What, he'll vouch for us?
You don't fool me like that.
Senor Marquez knows me, I swear.
And I know a lie. Go now, or I shoot.
Wait, I have important information.
Vostè, venghi a mí.
Do you understand what I am saying?
Try saying it and let's see.
Ah, well, I'm George Stobart. Do you mind putting that down? I've had a really bad day.
Guns don't agree with you?
No, and neither do. I've got bruises in places that, well,
So leave.
we're here
Well, go look.
We were helping a man.
He is my father.
I could see where she inherited her. Your father.
Why should I believe you?
Look at this photo.
It's old.
I have your father's.
So you're a thief too, huh?
We tracked down.
Where did you get?
In London.
All right. You better come.
You know, you sound just like my friend Nico. Nico!
What's going on, Ramon? Who's out there?
Some crazy American. Don't.
Papa. These people want to talk to you.
Eva, I thought we agreed to shoot in truth. You... How did...
It wasn't easy.
We thought you were dead.
You were wrong.
They've brought you something, Papa.
Can it be? At last.
Well, Senor Marquez, looks like La Malediccio hangs in its right place again.
Indeed. I have waited all my life for this. But
Something interesting?
the painting... It is different. The face in the middle.
The one with the symbol of the Tabula Veritatis on it?
How do you know about the tabula?
A priest told me. Said it was the devil's work.
Pah! Priests. Full of lies, every one of them.
Oh, really? Well, this priest said that the tabula was an instrument to raise the devil. But you do want...
Yes, because it is a Gnostic treasure. It is...
I was sure that Marquez... And now?
I shall decipher the painting. Before she died, my mother said that once its meaning and the root to the...
So, what's the answer?
I don't know. The room has changed.
Was there something different about the room back then?
No. Yes. I don't...
Well, how? I'm not a Gnostic.
Senor, you must. Because soon the Russian will be here.
He knows about Castel del Sans?
I regret, senor, that in Paris I told his sidekick a little too much.
Ah, well, I guess...
I'll go and keep watch.
Shoot on sight.
Well, Nico, what now?
You try and work out just why the painting has to be in this. I'll go and see if Eva knows any.
Whether he knew it or not, I was sure Marquez had the... The carved figure resembled the young man in the painting. It also matched the pose of the figures in Simeon's picture. Senor Marquez...
Mr. Stop.
If we're going to find...
Yes?
Then you will have...
Of course.
I mean, by being total...
When have I not been?
Tell me about the...
When I was a child. Who was the mysterious painter, El Serpent? And what did it mean, la malédiction? I asked my father, but he just told me to be patient. He said that one...
Senor, can you decipher?
The Tower of Saints, of course. And the saints themselves are not.
The one you marked in the photo?
She is Mary Magdalene. We revere the rest.
The symbol on the face, it is obviously the...
But the elements around it,
When were you last here, Senor?
not since that day.
So why did the painting...
As I said, because only here
Why is the Tabula Veritatis...
it is an object of my ancestors. They brought it to Catalonia as exile. In any generation, only one Gnostic knows its exact location. He knew dark forces were gathering, but I was too. So he commissioned La Malédiction, embedding clues.
But what is the tabula?
I do. I know only that in the wrong hands, it would be catastrophic.
What happened back in Paris? We thought you were dead.
A man came to the apartment looking for Miss. He mentioned the stolen painting. Obviously, I informed him that I was the...
Obviously.
Next thing I knew, this thug had me pinned. So I told him of the Castel. And while he telephoned his...
Guess he didn't know you were the pugnacious type. So, even...
She was a gift. One day she will find room for Gnostics.
So, you're the...
Good and evil are me. We strive simply to... and keep the tabula from those who seek to exploit it for...
I think this...
My medallion?
It was left in... Do you want it back?
No. It has a meaning, a purpose.
Sure. Just let me know if... Is this one of Nico's photographs?
Yes.
And did you write...
Yes, I was trying to...
Saul?
I never knew what lay in that. The photograph you have of my family. But once I saw the Tower of Saints, I knew just as...
So this is you with your mother?
Indeed, taken in the... We must hurry.
A few words, senor?
Good. Bye.
I'm sorry?
You wanted a few...
Ramon sure was a little light in the charm department. There was a piece of stone on the wall. It looked like a... There were spent bullet casings lying amongst the rubble. What exactly happened? The door was locked. That wouldn't... The carved trees bore a remarkable resemblance to the ones in Simeon's note. That wouldn't work. I wondered if the notes could help decrypt La Malediccio. I had to get closer before Marquez said that the painting contained, but when it was back in this room, all would become clear. The church that wasn't. The painting. The Tower of Saints had led us to the... I wondered where the other clues would take. The priest appeared to have a padlock. He was pointing down to the ring below him. There was a tower with... maybe it indicated... A scarred face stared back at me from within the Ouroboros. Hobbes must have uncovered the image when he was restoring... But what did it mean? And what was its link to the Tabula Veritatis? It was the figure of a priest. The figure was pointing up at a ring. Inside the ring was what looked like an... It was a castle of saints. Castel de Saints. It was a castel... The figure of the young man was just like the one on the front of the fireplace. It couldn't be a coincidence. The youthful figure held a glowing blue orb in his... The bearded figure was similar. I wondered if there was a... The orb in the old man's hand. It was a collection of what... The bookcase held... It was a shield. The scroll below the shield read Lorette de Mar. The scroll beneath... The scroll under the shield. The scroll beneath... The scroll below the... The scroll under the... The scroll below the... There was a crate of brandy. The bookcase held... Signor Mar... Take a look at this.
Did you break this?
No.
Good. You should get back to it.
The scroll beneath... The scroll below the... It was a circular stained glass window. There were spent bullet casings lying. That would be... The door... Nope. That was... It looked like this part of the castell had... The end of the passage was blocked.
So, until you came here, you...
Didn't know what... I better get back on guard in case anyone else shows.
Your father needs our help.
My father needs rest, peace, and quiet. Not more of this Gnostic nonsense.
So, what did you find out?
Not a lot. Eva thinks her father's losing. She's never been here before. In fact, as far as I can tell, she and her father never got on. She left home.
I don't blame her. So,
Marcus begged her. Said he would... I guess maybe I'll go inside and...
tell me if you find anything. Hello, Eva.
Signor,
Please, go.
I'd rather not. When are you and your girlfriend leaving?
Actually, she's not...
I don't know what your scam is, Signor. You may have fooled my father.
Well, I can... Tell me about your father.
When my mother died,
As a Gnostic?
he tried to teach me that stuff. Said, turns out I didn't. On my 18th birthday, I left home.
Tell me about Rob...
Apparently he worked here when he... a loyal servant, even though the family left.
Tell me about you.
I left home as soon as I could. And now I own a bar in Marseille.
That explains why you know how to use a gun.
No, Signor. I learned how to use a gun.
Eva was... What do you know about La...
My father's... He thinks it's full of secret messages. I think it's a crock of sh...
Sure you do. Nico tells me you don't really know about Na.
Don't know, don't care. And I don't need saints and gods telling me how to live my...
I can see why you and your... So, you don't know anything...
They're a religious sect. They belong... My father's obsessed with them.
Do you know anything about this statue?
I've seen a few of them lying around. I guess the fashion...
What do you make of this?
They're sketches of my...
The artist paid for the novel.
figures. That paint...
Do these notes...
Some old... So what?
Your father scribbled...
So, we have the painting. What do you need a bad photograph?
Do you recognize?
It's my father's medallion.
Yeah, he left it in Paris.
When I was a kid, he never...
It was an old, weathered... From the dial, I could see that the main doors of the house... The wind chime was made from old tin... The fountain had stopped... The statue looked at home. That wouldn't work. The photo was of the Marquess. On the fireplace behind them were two. On the fire... Finally, La Maledicción. The medallion Marquez's father wore looked It was strange that Marquez... It was Marquez. The young Marquez had no idea of the fate that was soon to befall his family. So, just like Hobbes, Marquez... Senor Marquez... Anything else about the photograph?
You see, there used to be statues on the mantel.
Take a look at this.
An old statue. We must hurry.
That was... Nope. I'd put some... I'd put some... The stone fireplace, it looked like it had lain undisturbed. The carved figure was like the bearded man. It also reminded me of the... I'd put some statues above the fireplace, but it was hard to tell if the painting... The statues were facing outward, just like in the... I waited with bated breath for something to happen. Nothing. Senor Marquez? Anything else about...
I keep telling. We must find.
The statues on the plinth. It was the lower half.
Ah, what is this? A step. We must go up. Stairs, always stairs.
Oh my God.
Georges? Georges! What's this? A piece of burnt paper with the word... That sounds familiar.
Wolfram,
What do you know about
Wolfram.
What?
It was a mining company run by a merc. In the Civil War, they backed the fascists. In return, they came here, brought their bloody...
They shot Xavier?
I was just a boy, but I remember like it was yesterday. Shot.
Why did they come?
They were searching for something, but they brought death. But there is one thing I have never... But the library windows.
This Kenan...
He was Swiss.
So what did he want here?
I don't know. When he wasn't torturing the locals, he spent weeks in there, making notes and studying maps. His men, they crossed the whole of Catalonia.
Did they find it?
Who knows? One day, Gainen, an accident perhaps, in the mountains. The soldiers didn't stay long to search for him.
So you have lived here for
All my life. In fact, he named me after Saint Ramon.
That's...
Not really. The Moors put a padlock through his mouth.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess there's a lesson there for all of us. The name Gen... Here was the a coincidence.
There is no...
So, when the soldiers left, you took back the house?
Yes. A few years later I returned and I locked the library. I could not bear to touch.
Can I have a look at that?
No. I have kept it locked to...
Please,
I lost.
you lost?
That evening when I drank to the memory of... The cellars were well... It was a long night. I hid the key, then forgot. That was all that was left in... I haven't touched...
I needed to find out what Ganon had. An old The floor of the car was lit. An old... I picked up what looked like an old dog. It was Ramon. The library will forever be a shrine. No one will... I have just what I need and know what to... Oh, beautiful lady, your eyes are so blue. Ramon was quite the budding poet. Our lives are entwined like ivy on a tree. That is... Hey, I was reading... Someone had been sleeping. Have you no respect for great art? Pretty indigestible, huh? Hello. The wind chime looked like... I wondered if it was Ramon. Despite the scrap components, that wouldn't have worked. One old sardine, and there it was, the key. Ramon had been true to his word. This place was like a... Ramon was right. The window was barred. I wondered why Zap... The trunk contained someone's personal... I wondered what secret... The map had interesting markings and scribbles all over it. Georges would be so jealous.
So, what is this place, senor?
It is my family's chapel.
It's not like any chapel I ever saw. Where's the altar, the crucifix, the Christian symbols? And this fresco, what's that?
How extraordinary. It tells a story. It depicts the journey of my ancestors, the Cathars, and their escape from the hilltop fortress of Montsegur with the Tabula Veritatis, from under the very noses of the soldiers of the Albigensian Crusade.
Whoa, wait a minute. Who are the Cathars? And
The Cathars were Gnostics. They lived in the south of France in the 12th century, at peace with the Jews and the Catholics of the Languedoc. They preach that men and women are equal, that God is within you, and that the Church is an obstacle to salvation. The Pope found their core beliefs abhorrent. The Cathars accused him and his Church of corruption. He condemned them as heretics. When the Pope learned that they were the guardians of the Tabula Veritatis, he conspired with the King of France and called for a holy war to wipe them out. The Albigensian Crusade was a callous, ruthless massacre. The final confrontation took place here at Montségur in 1244. The Crusaders believed that they had slaughtered all the heretics, but a handful managed to escape with the tabula. They traveled south across the Pyrenees along secret trails. They brought the tabula here to Catalonia to be hidden once more. Sadly, it was not the end of their trials. The Spanish Inquisition saw to that. Nevertheless, for generations, my ancestors continued to guard the secret of the tabula. So, you understand why. It will lead us to the tabula again, so we can keep it safe.
The painting brought us up here, Senor. We need to find out why. It was a large marble statue of a young man holding some...
What of them?
They're just like the figures in the painting, and on the fireplace.
Indeed, they are the two pillars of the Gnostic. And the bearded one is Yahweh, Jehovah, God of the... The other is known by many names. Hele, Lucifer.
Lucifer? So you guys are devil worshippers?
No. When he is in balance with Jehovah, driving humans to be inquisitive, to discover, just as Jehovah, when he is in balance with Lucifer, is the... Jehovah stands for seven. Gnostics worship the...
But what if one were to rule without the other?
If Jehovah ruled, individuality would be surrendered. Mankind would be wholly conformist, mindlessly dependent, mere pawns of a controlling power.
And what if Lucifer ruled without Jehovah?
Ambition and desire would be transformed into unbridled. Society would descend into chaos. Disorder and war would prevail. Then Lucifer would be the...
I needed a better... It was a candelabra. Just what this place needed. Bit of mood lighting. If only I had a few scatter... Marquez had told me that... The color changed from yellow to green. The color changed from green to turquoise. The color changed from... The color changed from... The color changed... The color changed from red. The color changed from yellow to green. Marquez had told me that... The color changed from yellow. The color changed from green. The color changed from turquoise to blue. The fresco deserved a... The fresco was surrounded by dusty inscriptions. My Latin was a little rusty, but I could still translate. Ex igne puritas. Ex luce verit. Ex labore sapi... The mountain fortress of Montsegur burning after its capture. A town of Cathars being burned. A town of northern... Senor Marquez?
Yes?
What's the deal with these lenses?
Clearly, they change the color of light.
But why? Does all that colored light fall...
I don't know.
Wow. This Alba Jensen crusade sure must have been a bloody...
Few. But it was only one episode in...
Why was this room so well hidden?
After Montsegur, my ancestors were very... Even I, as a boy, knew nothing.
You talk about
Harm, Jehovah, and Lucy. Only under their...
Cathars fleeing across the... They seem to be carrying... Cathars? They seem to be carrying... A town of... I decided not to leave quite yet. I was sure... It was a candle... A candle... The color changed from green to... The color changed from turquoise... The color changed from blue... The color changed from magenta... The color changed from red... The color changed from yellow to green. That was... I removed the small leather cover. Colored light streamed through and shone. Senor?
Yes?
Does all that colored light fall?
I don't know.
Any more thought?
Clearly, they changed the color.
But why? I'm pretty sure I didn't want to...
Amazing. The light is showing the path. The path of the...
The what?
The sacred trail my ancestors took across the Pyrenees, carrying the Tabula Veritatis. From Montségur, across the mountains.
And which town is that?
I don't know. That I can't. But its coat of arms.
But how does it bring...
It tells us the route the Tabula took.
I think that's all we're gonna find.
You're right. Eva.
Okay, we found the route of the Bonzom Trail. How does it help us?
Papa, are you crazy?
I'm fine.
You got me out here to look after you, so let me do it. Ramon is outside, keep...
Georges, I'm glad. What did you...
There's a secret... But it's not your average everyday chapel. It's a Gnostic chapel. All laid out for worship.
What?
I'll tell you...
You know, I found some things too. Come to the library. Oh, could you...
The coat of arms was... It read Berga.
Have you brought the painting?
Ah.
What are you doing?
Nico found something and asked me to... I promise...
Eva, go with him.
I should stay with you?
Don't worry about me.
Have you brought the painting?
Sure, why did...
Because I found...
The Gainan who tried to buy the painting?
No, Gainan who led the fascists here. Gainan who then spent months here and who vanished one day.
You think he's connected to the Gainan who wrote the letter to...
It seems likely that...
So what...
Take a look at this. It's Gainan's map. He was searching for something.
Searching for what exactly?
The Tabula Veritatis, I guess.
You think he found it?
I doubt it. If he had, then people wouldn't still be chasing after the painting.
So why did you want me to bring it?
See this scribble in the sea?
It's the same shape as the circle.
Yes, Gainan thought that pattern in a...
So, I guess I'd put money on those circles around the Ouroboros being places in Catalan.
But which...
Maybe the painting can give... The map had to be... Gaynor had been researching the possible location. Perhaps the municipality of Terras. I couldn't be sure that it was the municipality. The municipality. That was a total guess. Maybe the painting or fresco. The municipality of... I couldn't be... The municipality... The location... The municipality... I couldn't be sure. The municipality... Gaynor had... Perhaps... I wasn't sure that I had all the information I needed. That wouldn't have worked. The map had... The fresco pointed me to Montsegur.
Well, mark it on the map.
This was one of the locations.
And this was the starting point of the journey of the...
The municipality. I couldn't be sure that it... So, the coat of arms on the fresco.
Then it must be important.
2 locations down. If the vignettes on the painting were anything to go by, I need... The mountain range. That was a total... The location didn't sound familiar. I needed to get up to speed on gaining... That was almost a... That was... That would be... That wouldn't work. Four clues, 4 locations. I just needed to... The municipality... I wasn't sure... Time to take another look. 4 clues, 4 locations. I just needed to pin... I couldn't be sure. The village?
Saint-Ramon. Ramon told me he was named after her.
There's also a saint on the...
Let me guess, he has a hefty...
I'd found 3 locations. Now I have... Hobbs had sketched... It was obviously... 4 clues, 4 locations. Why didn't Marquez want to... It was the figure. The figure was pointing up at her. Inside the ring was what looked. 4 clues, 4 locations. That was a total guess. The location didn't sound familiar. I needed to get up to speed on Ganon's. I wasn't sure. I lifted the hat out of the. There was something. I picked up the folded note. It was a telegram. I removed the. I picked up. There was nothing underneath. I had no desire. I had no desire to take the old. I put everything back. I deciphered the The Tabula Veritatis was smuggled out of Montsegur. I have confirmed this from... It was signed... The Tabula Veritatis was smuggled out of Mont... I have confirmed this. It was signed... Time to take... 4 clues. The Tabula Veritatis was smuggled out of Montsegur to Catalonia by a group of Cathar survivors. I have confirmed this from confessions. It was signed... The Dominican monk Emmerich was from Jerome. I could see a pattern emerging. The locations had formed an odd cross shape, similar to the layout of the orbs depicted on the painting. This is the center point of the cross. Montserrat. It has to be Montserrat. The question is...
It's a monastery in the mountain, but there's some... I think it used to be a Gnostic refuge, hundreds of years ago.
Bravo, my friend.
Doves?
No, Langham.
No, it's Genan.
Very good.
So, what happened to the real...
He went for a long swim in the... Now, I was expecting to have to rip this place apart and retrace my grandfather's steps, but I do believe you have saved me quite... The tabula is at Montserrat. Who would have thought it? The old man will be...
No, please, take me instead. He died.
And you do?
But he is...
Eva, hold your...
You can't do...
Oh, but I can. I will. He must be freed. Freed from all...
And you plan to raise the devil to a...
Not the devil. Now, if you don't mind. Come on. They can rot in...
We have to get out of here now. I assume that lunatic is as dangerous as...
I'm afraid so, Eva. I think he's killed.
You know, Nico, we were chasing Medovsky, but all along, we were really up against Ganon's... Look.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's a false door.
So that's why Marquez's father tried to escape through here. He didn't have time to...
Aha!
Great work, George. Come...
We need to rescue your father and stop Langham. Eva, I think you better stay here.
Are you kidding? You'll need me.
Eva, it'll be...
Signora, you do not...
Okay.
Sure.
Couldn't have put it better. Montserrat was way up in the mountains, a major tourist destination. But we went there as tourists. We had an old man to rescue and an ancient tablet to find. And standing in our way was a cold-blooded killer. Why would the tabula be hidden up here of all places?
For hundreds of years, the mountain has been kind of a sanctuary. There's an old Benedictine monastery up the hill.
Well, I guess that's where we need to start.
Wow, it's empty.
This place is normal.
I don't like the look of...
At least it's not monks with guns.
Don't even... Time to bring out the dumb...
It's a roll, you...
The place is...
Hi there, bud.
Sorry, we got a virus.
Howdy. Is this the way up to the mine?
Yeah, but it's shut. No one else.
Wow, what happened? Someone make him work ungod?
Nah, I don't think...
And I guess the virus can't have helped. You know, back in Austin, we...
So go home and stop. But
Howdy.
Sorry, pal. Monastery.
Oh, gee, well, ain't that just my...
Yeah.
And my two pretty sisters here are so looking forward...
Life's full of...
Sure seems that way. And the monastery...
It is. But it'll still be there tomorrow.
Oh, we fly back to Austin.
Well, isn't...
So, what?
VIP.
Wow! That...
A foreign prince.
The Prince of Wales.
Yeah, that's the one.
Wow!
So we can't let normal folk in.
Oh, of course not. No. Did you tell the prince?
What?
Your buddy said there was a virus. Did you?
Well, there's no...
Oh, of course.
Time for you to go, pal.
I guess it is.
And you.
Take a hike.
Nice lamppost. Looking at that fence, I'd guess they had dog issues around here. I seriously doubt those guards.
I know.
You want to try?
I'll try.
What is she doing?
Nico usually... If anyone can charm those guys, it... What did he say?
He suggested I do. I told him it was anatomically
I'm sure they're Gainan's men.
I agree.
I can't get my head around him being a Gainan. I'm gonna stick with Langham.
Good idea, Jacques.
We need to find another way then. Let me have a look. We're moving away from the monastery.
Yes, but with those goons in the way, we...
Maybe there's some other way around, via the cable car station?
Someone's coming out. Quick, I think it's Langham.
Block everything off. Lock the whole place. The tabula's got to be up in the monastery.
Yes, but...
Close all the routes up to the monastery. and then make the old man talk.
Yes, boss.
This time,
Did you hear that? They haven't found it yet, but Senor Marquez must be in a bad...
Listen, I have to follow those bastardos. I might be able to slip through on my own.
Sure. We'll see if we can find another way up. You think she'll be okay?
Eva can handle...
It was locked, but I didn't know the code. The building looked very... It must have been modernized recently. Glass canopies sparkled in the sun. Would have been a pain to clean. My God!
What?
This telescope! There were a couple of people. They looked kind of familiar. Then I realized it was my old friends Dwayne and Pearl Henderson. The Hendersons had an uncanny way of showing up wherever I went. There was a small chapel perched on the... It looked ancient. It was the other station for the cable car. Wait, what's that? Nico, take a look at this and...
You're right.
I've seen that shape before. The face in the Ouroboros, it's exactly the same shape as that rock. And you know what? Langham's got the forged picture.
So the rock won't have meant anything to you.
Nico, I don't think that... I think it's down there somewhere, around that... The tracks for the train ran below.
Langham's somewhere up there, and we don't want to risk... We should stay down here for the time.
I signaled back to Pearl. I couldn't make out if there was any... Where do you think we...
I think we might get some...
But the door...
Then we'd better find a way.
I thought Pearl might... Pearl seemed to be writing something on the window. It said, "Help." I wondered how Pearl came... Come on, Nico. Pearl's giving me the code.
What?
Trust me, Nico. I've got friends in low-hanging places. Huh. There's no...
Looks like everything...
The control panel looked It wasn't power, and the smell of burnt electrical components hung ominously in the air. The cogs turned, but the rest of the mechanism didn't seem to be engaging. That was... a metal lunchbox. Someone sure wanted to keep their cheese safe. Whoa!
We're stuck in...
How about that, Nico? A talking lunchbox. I better take it with... The box was now wedged in the cogs, or rather, the giant can opener.
That's quite a mess you've made there, Georges.
You know what they say about making omelets?
You can't make them without strawberry jam?